Look at this demographic map of India. In a country drenched in sunlight and rich in agriculture, 75% of the population has a severe vitamin D deficiency, and nearly 47% lacks enough vitamin B12. On a personal level, these deficits manifest as the persistent fatigue, mood swings, and muscle cramps that many of us simply accept as part of modern life. You might think the answer is to simply eat a cleaner diet, but the reality is that the very routines we adopt to stay clean and healthy are accidentally stripping our bodies of the materials they need to survive. Fixing this doesn't require a cabinet full of expensive synthetic supplements. It requires changing the physical mechanics of how we handle our food before it ever reaches our plates. By prioritizing modern convenience, we have accidentally starved ourselves. To reverse this, we have to identify the environmental and physical barriers blocking these 5 essential nutrients, starting with the environment right outside your door. Our skin is designed to synthesize vitamin D directly from sunlight, but between spending our days working indoors and habitually applying sunscreen the moment we step outside, we actively block that biological process. Baking ordinary mushrooms in direct sunlight for 14 hours exponentially spikes their vitamin D to 267,000 international units. But massive vitamin D doses cause rapid calcium absorption. Without vitamin K acting as a traffic cop, this calcium accumulates in your arteries, missing your bones. Then there is vitamin B12. We rely on modern reverse osmosis, or RO, purifiers for clean drinking water, but that intense filtration actively strips away cobalt, the central component of B12, along with the specific gut bacteria your body needs to manufacture the vitamin naturally. We compound that problem with daily medications. Common prescriptions like antacids for heartburn or metformin for blood sugar chemically block whatever B12 you do manage to consume from actually being absorbed in your gut. To restore those levels, you have to rebuild that gut flora using fermented foods. You can also dry moringa leaves in the sun, crush them into a fine powder, and fold them directly into your daily dough or dal for a massive, immediate B12 boost. By over-sanitizing our water and shielding ourselves from the sun, we sever our biological connection to the 2 most foundational vitamins our bodies require. This disconnect extends to how we prep our meals. You can eat premium whole grains and expensive dry fruits straight from the package and still develop a severe zinc deficiency, which triggers symptoms like hair loss and low testosterone. In your digestive tract, raw, unsoaked grains release anti-nutrients that physically intercept and trap zinc particles. Washing and soaking lentils for 4 hours destroys these anti-nutrients. Cooking the grains in that same water then allows the freed zinc to flow directly into your bloodstream. We see a similar problem with folate, or vitamin B9. The popular habit of meal prepping, eating the exact same healthy meals every single day, creates a dietary monotony that depletes your folate levels, causing chronic issues like mouth ulcers. The fix is mechanical. You have to force variety. Rotating through different seasonal grains and constantly swapping in diverse leafy greens, beetroots, and citrus fruits ensures a continuous supply of folate to repair your cells. Getting the right nutrients relies entirely on how those ingredients are prepared and varied over time. When those whole foods fail us, we usually turn to pills, which creates an entirely new hazard. Millions of people swallow synthetic calcium tablets every morning for bone health, completely unaware that their bodies lack sufficient magnesium. In a cross-section of a heart artery, magnesium keeps blood vessels relaxed. Without it, your daily dose of synthetic calcium misses your bones and accumulates directly in your arteries, actively clogging the passage and driving up blood pressure. We make this worse by constantly drinking diuretics, beverages like tea, coffee, and cold sodas that force the body to produce more urine. This actively flushes whatever small amounts of magnesium we do have right out of our system. To naturally restore your magnesium and keep those blood vessels relaxed, you need high chlorophyll foods. The green color in vegetables like spinach and capsicum actually comes from magnesium. Pairing those with pumpkin seeds and millets provides a safe, steady dose. Isolating a single nutrient into a synthetic pill often triggers a cascade of dangerous new problems that whole, natural foods are balanced to prevent. This circular web illustrates the overarching law of human digestion: synergy. Calcium requires vitamin D to be absorbed. Vitamin D requires vitamin K to be routed safely, and B12 requires a robust colony of gut bacteria to be manufactured. True nutrition is never the passive act of swallowing an isolated supplement. It is an active, physical relationship with your environment, the sun, and the exact delivery mechanism you use to transport these vitamins into your blood. This is where traditional food wisdom bridges the gap. Many essential vitamins like D and K are fat-soluble, meaning they require a fat-based carrier to move through the intestinal lining. Traditional Indian wisdom uses aged A2 cow ghee as this high-efficiency delivery vehicle to ensure those nutrients actually enter your system. The benefits of that ghee actually scale with time. Properly aged ghee develops a more robust nutritional profile than fresh ghee, supporting healthy blood pressure and targeting stubborn fat cells with greater efficiency. When we stop fighting our own biology with heavily processed shortcuts and synthetic pills, we give our bodies the tools they need to heal. By returning to these traditional methods of preparation, you can finally realize your food's true, natural potential.